I was last week.
Right, you
So
were
it's
last.
Mike.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's mine.
All right, we're live now.
All right.
Hello, everyone.
We'll do it live.
Howdy.
Live.
F it, we'll do it live.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Which is fair because I do recall a little bit of stuff going on. So
I
You
love
had
that.
a pretty important moment.
I love that that clip of Bill O'Reilly yelling that on Inside Edition.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
all those
yeah.
years ago. F it, we'll do it live. I'm like, dude, I get you. I have been that frustrated before. I get it. You know, when you're like,
Yeah.
hell with it. We'll just do it. Start. We'll get through it. All right.
let's do it.
So, Mike, give us a rundown of what happened
Yes.
last
I
time.
think it's Mike. Is it your turn? I thought it was my turn.
I believe it is my turn
Is
actually.
it your turn? Okay,
So-
sounds good. All right. Well,
I think so. Yeah.
That's in my mental brain. It's your turn next week.
all right. Your mental brain.
So
I
in the
I gotta tell you what, Mike, you do the recap, and then Alex, you
Yes.
fill in the gaps.
Yes. I will
Okay.
be-
I like that. All right.
All right.
So in the previous issue, our heroes were basically getting all prepared for the incoming arrival of the U.S. military, basically coming knocking at our door. Mainly because, of course, the omni-human registration has been passed, and which essentially requires, essentially you must affiliate yourself with the U.S. government. Or you are considered enemy of the state. So our group decides, well, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and meet them out there head on, at in front of the building. I'm not sure if this was the session where we got a visit from Minuteman's alternate future self, or the session before, but we did get some foreknowledge about that there was what kind of weaponry these guys were packing. So we go outside. We are greeted by basically told us to you will surrender peacefully. Thanks for and then essentially says, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. And we started doing some defensive. Our group started doing some defensive postures. Temperance started, throwing up a force field to make sure we would get, we were well protected. But there was kind of a power. But there was a couple things like they had. There was a power dampener involved to prevent Minuteman's temporal power time powers from working as well as they should. They also had some various, stun weapons and various other, and also actual guns where we were able to we were doing a pretty good job of taking down the heavy assaults artillery. There was a point, however, where Temperance, this blew up a tank with all the various soldiers inside, until Minuteman decided, no, we're not going to be taking lives, and he reversed time and was able to restore those.
Somebody didn't get that
life.
memo. Somebody didn't get that memo.
No. But basically, Temperance like, oops, and then it's like, no, we're not going to do that. And how did the CDF repay us? They decided to spray us with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
And nearly barbecued us. And that's when Lazarus just realized Magneto was right and decided to go all full Michael Fassbender on from X-Men First Class. So he decided he just tossed one of these guys into a helicopter and blew them all up. And then he just went, we're just going to start killing them all. And that's when Duntown's like, hey, wait a minute. I may be a Duke of Hell, which basically delights in the torture of sinners, but murder's where I draw the line. So,
listen, I'll cripple a man.
Ironically.
I'll break a man over my back and take away his ability to walk and feed himself.
But he lived.
Yeah, I don't go around just
but at
killing.
least he lived. Yeah, whoa! We can't be. I got standards, It's like, but and the battle was kind of going back and forth, and at this point, Minuteman is currently down. He is unconscious and start rapidly Let's see. Lazarus is going insane. The Italian's like ready to basically just put the smackdown on one of these heavy assault weapons. The tanks are out of commission. Um, Temperance is floating, and that's where we are at the moment. So
Yeah, we're in this situation where every time Temperance puts that force field back up, one of the
yeah,
heaviest this heavy assault these heavy assault troops started pummeling
yeah,
it to knock it down. And I think
yeah.
no, she's currently
I don't think
she's not unconscious.
no, but the force field is currently down because
Mhm.
they were able to smash through it. So
Yeah,
um,
she'll have to raise it again on this round.
yep.
All right. Lazarus, aka Magneto, is there anything you want to add?
I think it's been nailed pretty good. I'll make sure to clarify. Lazarus does not feel as though that he's kind of lost some kind of sanity here. The idea has changed of this. This is not some kind of just resistance of like a this isn't just like not conforming to absolution. This is a war. They're using
Mhm.
tanks, flamethrowers, attack helicopters, and they're not going to give us the treatment that we're going to give them. It'll be lost on them to be merciful. They'll speak a language, and we will. They speak the language of violence. I will speak it back to them.
Is
And who
violence?
cares about karma points at this point, right?
Dude, just blowing 700 karma. I'm like, oh my god. I'm using so much karma trying to keep these dudes alive, and you just throw away 700.
Yes, but I'm confident that you guys can carry it here. And we took care of one of those guys when he could have flamethrowered and took care of all of us.
Lazarus is like, we took care of those guys. Those guys that were in the tank that blew up before I threw one of those CDF, mech dudes into a helicopter and killed everybody.
Yes, we took
Yeah.
care of them, and they replied back with more gunfire. If they stood down, then it'd be different. But no, we're not in that world.
We did give him a chance. I think at the end of the last session, I told him, listen, we don't have to keep escalating. Stand down.
All right. So, well, Alex had said before the campaign started he wanted to fight a helicopter.
And boy, did he.
Well,
He fought the shit out of that one.
yeah.
Boy, did he.
I love it.
He
I
fought the
thought it
shit
was-
out of that helicopter.
Yes, this is exactly how I wanted it to be. This is perfect. I love it. And I get to be morally dubious. I love being morally dubious.
It's really fun.
Do you know how cool that would look in a comic book? Throwing like this, light mech dude into a
Mhm.
helicopter and just watching that blow up.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's covered.
And also
art.
getting the reaction shots of everybody of all the different panels of reaction shots like when that happened. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. All the
know,
different,
yeah.
all the different shocked faces. Maybe cut to a dude that's burning to death inside the helicopter.
Oh
All
yeah.
right.
And then
Imagine a
just
panel of like
kinda,
the.
floating a little bit in the center of them all. I love it.
What were you saying, Ray?
I was gonna say, I imagine a panel of like the helicopter pilot and the CDF trooper both looking at each other moments before their demise as they're hurtling towards each other.
Oh yeah, it's good. And I got my defensive field because I didn't have any karma to spend on it. So it's
That's
perfect.
true,
I'm being
yeah.
rewarded for it.
The upside of having 0 karma.
There you go. You're always improving.
All right. So it is the start of round 5. Lazarus and Dantalion, when it comes to your turns, remember that you regenerate
Yes.
because this is
Nice.
round 5. So first up is Temperance. What do y'all want
Yep.
Temperance to do?
Well, let's
she
see.
is well.
Temperance is
She's gonna
probably-
activate. She's gonna activate her force field, obviously.
Oh, absolutely, of
All right.
course.
So what do y'all want her to do after that?
Well, let's see.
The tanks are both shooting at us still, right?
No. Tanks
No.
are both down. Dantalion has non-lethally taken out both tanks.
Well,
Perfect.
you took out the big guns on them
I'm
and
just seeing if
ruptured
something
their
can be added to
shells,
the helicopter bonfire.
ruptured their armor to expose their crews, who didn't look like they wanted to keep fighting.
perfect. This guy is probably the biggest thing. Then he had a wicked punch, from what I remember.
They are very
Mm.
strong. In their armored suits, they are baseline strong as the Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's as strong as Dantalion.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do? Temperance is currently 50 feet up in the air.
Shoot
Mm-hmm.
him with her.
Elbow drop.
Oh yeah. there you
Well,
go.
I mean, at least take out this. Start taking out this guy because I think she took out one of the guns on that thing, and then also I think is also the other thing is too. Did I just break up?
No, you're fine. We can hear you.
Oh,
Now you broke
yeah,
up.
because there's a reaction time on this thing. Yeah, it's like it's getting. Hold on 1 second here while I get rid of this. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Yeah, just so right now it's just giving me issues here. So what I was gonna do here is I'm gonna have to let's see, because I'm not getting access to the character sheets for some reason, which is weird. I'm gonna
You
reset. I'm
should
gonna reset.
still be on.
Yeah, I can get into mine and Chelsea's.
Yeah, I'm doing a refresh on this thing. But what I want to do is after she puts her force field up, and she's probably going to do some little card throwing at the heavy assault guy because although I think he got rid of his the major cannon that's on there,
Yes.
but I think his flamethrower is still active.
It
if
is.
I'm remembering that correctly.
It is.
Okay, so she wants to try to target the flamethrower on the CDF heavy assault. So let me go ahead here and get this thing pulled up. For whatever reason, why it's not pulling up my character sheets, I don't know, because it's still.
You can
You're,
shift and double click on your
I don't
character.
know
That'll
what.
also open up the sheet.
You're still on there for
Hang on.
controlling her sheet, so.
I know,
I
but
just
for whatever
double-checked
reason,
that.
I can't open up her. Yeah, because when I try to do it, it's just all it does,
Can you
like
click on her
it's doing a
token?
circle on there. Whenever
Can you
I
click
can
on
click on her token and move around. Yeah,
hold shift and double
yeah, I can move around. Do a shift and double click, or
hold shift and double click on the token?
oh,
and
there
hold-
he goes. Okay,
There you go.
yeah, I got it. Okay, it's just taking a while for it to load up here for a second.
Yeah, that's good. That works in all
Why
those
it's not
games, so you can do
showing
that
anything?
anywhere.
Yeah, it's not showing anything.
Okay, hang on,
What
hang
the
on. You're
heck?
wanting her to shoot at this dude and target the flamethrower, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so she shoots with amazing ability because she has
Okay.
amazing agility. So you will roll on the universal table for
Mhm.
for amazing, and you're trying to get at least a 56. That would be a bullseye. That would target the weapon.
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, I'm clicking on the macro and it's not coming up either. What the heck? Okay.
Do you have another
Man,
window
he's
open?
giving
Are you
me so many
downloading
problems
things?
today.
Are you streaming something in
No,
another
I'm not
window?
downloading anything.
Okay.
No. Okay. So I just closed out all the other tabs that I got here. Let me check something else here. Get rid of this. I'm making sure that I'm not got nothing else is popping up. Why is this going on? Okay. Arg. Okay. What is this going on? With
Okay,
this
Technical
stupid thing?
difficulties.
I'm gonna take over rolling for
Yeah.
her, and I'm just gonna roll her attack for right now.
Okay.
All right, so
Mhm.
she got a green. I did not declare she was using karma, unfortunately. So she does not get enough to get a bullseye. She does hit this dude though, and her bolt, or her tarot cards, pardon me. They do, I think, 75 points of damage. What's her cheat sheet? No, they do amazing force damage. So she does get some damage through past this dude's armor. It's not on the flamethrower, but she does manage to hit him
Okay.
and kind of crunch up the armor near where that flamethrower was. All right, so
Okay.
that's Temperature's turn. Next up is the bad guys, and I think this one's going to move over here near the others, flip around. And I think they're all three going to shoot at Dantalion, who is not protected by the force field, by the way.
Nope.
All right, so CDF. Let me pull their stats up. Where did I put them? No, where did they go? Here they are. Okay, that's not it. There they are, assault troops. So they're going to use their auto rifles, and they are going to shoot at Dantalion. They're shooting with Remarkable. So let me roll there. These are going to be 3 shots, so I'll make 3 separate attacks. All right. That's a hit. Oh, that's a big hit. And then the other one, does, yeah. Oh, so we covered the gambit. We got green, yellow, and red. All right. So, which one do you want to try to dodge?
I don't think any of those I can really dodge to get out of range of the attack.
Well, you're not dodging to
guess.
get out of the range. You're just dodging.
I know, but like to get it out of range of being either a hit, a miss, or a crit or a yellow. I mean,
I will tell you.
might as well try to dodge the red one.
Okay. All right. Give me your dodge check. That's your agility. Or your dodge feat, as they call it in this game.
Let's see. Agility is excellent. Beep, 41.
All right. So that's a -2 column shift. So, let me see. 96 on an amazing is a red. 1, 2. So that's remarkable. On the remarkable column, and a 96 is still a hit. Unfortunately, still a red.
Well, did my best.
All right, so that's going to be remarkable, incredible, and then let me see, amazing. So we'll resolve them in order. So the green one hits you, but it does exactly what your body armor is. So you feel it, but it doesn't do any damage to you.
Oh.
The next one is red. The red, that one is going to do 20 points of damage to you.
Owie. That hurts.
Italian.
And then
Don't worry. I know exactly what to do in this situation.
No.
Yeah.
You've got remarkable body armor. It only does 20 points
Yeah,
of damage.
sorry, I just hit the wrong button.
All right.
Didn't have my num lock on.
And then the other one does incredible damage to you. So that is another 10 points of damage.
Oh, well, he's looking bad, but he's still on his feet.
All right. And I think this guy's going to move back here behind the others, and I think they're going to move further back strategically. All right, next up is Minuteman's turn. Minuteman, were you brought to 0? Or were you?
Yes, I was. And so I got to do it. I know I was down to 0, so I got to do some kind of endurance. I got to roll for endurance checks.
Yeah. You need to do to see if you're losing endurance ranks. So whatever
and it looks like my endurance.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. It is remarkable. And let's see, moment of truth.
All right.
Ooh, there we go.
You have not lost any endurance.
That's pretty good.
Thank goodness.
You have lost no endurance.
Thank goodness.
And I'm sorry.
I'm still lying there like a slug in the. I'm still there lying like a roadkill in the road, but you know.
Next up is scripture.
I'm going to take that moment to heal Minuteman.
Okay.
There we go. All
and
right.
I will just because I just can't fail. I'm going to use some karma.
Okay.
All right, so it's an amazing.
All right.
58 healing
That
damage.
that is a yellow. So Minuteman, you are healed. You are no longer unconscious, but you are still prone. Let me put.
Okay.
Okay, so that's already on him.
hmm
And you have 50 points now.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Next up is the CDF heavy assault. Or I'm sorry, Scripture. Did you want to move or anything? Is that a no? I didn't hear you.
Kind of want to stay near Minuteman.
Okay. Then next up is the CDF heavy assault. This one is going to try to bash up against Temperance's force field again to see if he can bring that down.
hmm Okay.
So
Hold Temperance.
let me get his sheet up here. Here they are. So that is going to be an amazing intensity feat. He
Oof.
does hit. That is
Mhm.
that is a one column shift. That's going to be unearthly damage against that force field
Oh.
which has monster strength at 75. So the first thing that happens, the force field does go down.
Okay.
But I did say he was only targeting the force field, not anybody inside it. So
Yes.
with that,
Okay.
nobody takes any damage. But
Okay.
Temperance will have to make a check to see if she is knocked unconscious. We'll have her spend karma on this.
Oh, I can control. I can get access to her now. Actually.
Okay.
So
All right. Then
I can
whatever.
go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Whatever her endurance is, use that on the universal table.
Okay. So excellent endurance that she's got. Let's see what happens. Let's see if she's got. Okay. Excellent. Here we go.
All right. So
52.
she's got a green to see if she is stunned. She is stunned for 1 round.
It's not so bad.
Now, how does that affect when she's up in the air?
Well, she's gonna fall 50 feet. She's gonna take some damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
From a 50-foot fall, she's gonna take 20 points of damage. So
Oh, okay.
she lands on the street with a thud, and she looks unconscious.
Oh, she's actually is unconscious, even though you still got hit points left. Okay.
Well, she's stunned for a round.
She
Yeah.
is stunned for
She's
1
stunned.
round.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. All right.
All right. And next up is the disabled prototypes. They do nothing. They can't move or fire. And next up after
Mhm.
them is Lazarus.
All right.
Or Murderous. I guess I said. Lazarus, while you figure out what you want to do, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to get a drink. Right back.
Okay. I think doing
Mhm.
Force Crush on the heavy assault might be the best thing, but the CDF assault is also grouped up, and I have done like
Oh,
AOE
you
blast.
could. Right. You think about maybe throwing him at him?
No,
Or is it going
I
for like an
think-
AoE ranged attack?
Yeah, I have an AoE range attack, like a boom or something like that I can hit them all. That'll make them easier to just pop out one by one. It's just the question of this guy goes after Dantalion. Will this guy be up still after Dantalion? That's the guess I have to make. If he's not looking great,
Well,
I'm sure you'll finish him
he's
off.
been hit a few. He has been hit a few times already.
I'm not looking great, but I do
Um,
regenerate this round.
Yeah. I'm thinking that oh, I heal as well. I need to put that in.
Mhm.
My regeneration is amazing, so I think it's 50.
He said it different ways. He said sometimes it's your endurance, sometimes it's the power rank. I'll ask him when he gets back, I guess.
And remarkable regeneration is hit by another character in the first round of combat, dealing incredible damage to regenerating characters. Health goes down to 120 on round 5. It'll regain 30 hit points. Remarkable. Is Remarkable 30? Remarkable is 30, so amazing means I have 50. So I should heal for 50 because I have amazing. which is
Mhm.
2 higher than remarkable. And can't go above max health. Cool. So I'm gonna set my health to 100, and so I'm gonna ask, how's this guy looking? If he's looking anywhere from any kind of bad, then
Mhm.
I'll leave Dantalion to him. If he's not, then I'll focus on him,
Right.
and then we'll have to deal with the CDF assault with Minuteman. Maybe you can, you know.
I
Have
was
you
thinking
tried
because
to
I do
complete-
have a thing where basically I can go, if it's possible, I can try to slow these guys down and so my debuff thing can also do it so I can hit multiple targets at once rather than just debuff an area. So I can do because I can either debuff by slowing them down or I speed myself up to basically try to go for multiple hits.
That would probably be best, just so we can because that gunfire is going to eventually whittle us down.
Yep.
So if you can buy us an extra turn, so
Mm-hmm.
we can loosen them up, and an Italian then can just smush them all.
Right. So after you get this guy, I go rush over there, whack him a bunch of times, try to whack him a bunch of times, and then just,
Mm-hmm.
and then also that temperance can also multi-target those guys too. So, yeah. Okay.
Seems pretty good. Next time we do
Mhm.
this, I'm gonna just be like a speedster. I think that's and just
I
like
do have I was coming up with an alternative character in case Minuteman, ran out of time, so to speak.
yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you've been also
Ah,
been good on getting all those puns in there. That's really, really good.
I was a little
Right,
worried at
yeah.
first about Antelion, but I'm like, nah, he's a fucking beast. He's not gonna die.
Yeah, no, that
Mhm.
fighting skill is so important. Like,
Like, what's my power? I could punch you into the fucking stratosphere. That's my power.
there you go. Give him
Uh-huh.
give him a one for all.
Alrighty, I'm back. Dr. Murder, what are you doing?
All right, Doctor, no hope left. We'll say, real quick. Hold on. That's what he says. No. How is the heavy assault guy looking? How crushed up is he?
I mean, he's taken a lot of damage, but he's still up and active.
All right, let's focus
I
on
would
this
say
guy.
he doesn't look bad yet for a CDF heavy assault.
God, he does not look bad for a fire elemental.
Yeah.
What was that? Earth elemental? All right. So I think I'm just gonna do the force bolt, the telekinesis bolt or something like that.
Okay.
Telekinetic force bolts. So
Okay.
that's agility to shoot.
No, for you that's psyche.
Okay, perfect. I will use psyche to shoot. So it's incredible.
Whatever your psyche is.
Yes. Psyche is incredible. I roll incredible.
All right.
Damn.
So you got a green result. How much damage does it do?
It's amazing. So I think that's 50.
Oh, everyone say hi to Barrymore. He just resubbed. Thank you, Barrymore.
Hi,
Thank you.
Barrymore.
I appreciate you. Hey, Barrymore, I started playing Warcraft again lately.
World of Warcraft or the original Warcraft RTS?
No, the World of Warcraft. I've got a couple of friends, 2 of my friends from the Tuesday game started playing it, so I started playing it with them just so I can have stuff to do. Oh, Barrymore, this will bore y'all for just a moment. Barrymore, they I don't know when the last time you played, but they got rid of the Pathfinder thing for flying in BFA zones. I think it was like in March. And
Everyone can fly now.
so yeah, you can all fly through Battle for Azeroth content
So
finally.
hard to get.
It's such a colossal beatdown, and they just double down on it. When everyone else is like, "Dude, this is the last. This is 2-year-old content. How come we can't just fly around in it now?" You know, and they're like, "Go ahead."
The goal is they want you to walk around and hoof everything. So by the time that you unlock flying, you're already done. You don't need it anymore.
You know, the environmental artists came up with that. They're like, I fucking modeled all of this grass, this terrain, these bushes, and you're gonna look at it and you're gonna like it.
Enjoy it. Yeah.
Well, it's it was that one guy, Ian, Ian Hazakosis, for the longest time, he was like, "No, this is how I want it to be, so this is how it's going to be." And you're like,
But-
"Okay, great, f you."
Yeah, the fun part of that game is not walking from
It's
quest point to quest point.
It's not walking and getting attacked by trash mobs and having trash mobs attack you. And getting
Yep.
ads and killing you every now and then. That doesn't add to my enjoyment of the overland game. I like being able to use my mount that I probably paid a lot of gold for on the auction house for, and or that I got a long time ago, back when I had money off of the off of the shop.
Yeah.
And swoop in like a hero and just kick ass on the name thing I'm supposed to go and take out.
Now they gotta add dragon riding to everything.
Well, dragon riding in the Dragon Isles is cool. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, I like it. It makes sense for the Dragon Isles, but the fact that I can't just whip out one of my legacy mounts and fly it is stupid.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
because the mount that came with the game, like when you bought the game, and you get this cool mount, the one that looks like Nature Dragon or whatever, the dragon
one's
with like deer horns or whatever.
Yeah.
You can't use it out in the You can't use the free mount in the expansion
No, you'll
unless
never
you're
see it.
unless you're somewhere else.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Anyway, force field, end my turn, and I hope they add dragon riding into the rest of the game, and you can use your mounts for dragon riding.
All right, so let me see. It does what? Amazing damage? Is that what you said? Hello?
Yes, amazing damage. Amazing damage.
Okay, he takes
So 50
20,
or so.
he takes 20 points of damage after his armor. So you did hit him. He looks a little more crushed up, but still active and fighting. And does that end your turn?
Yes, ends my turn.
Okay. Next up is Dan Talion. How you looking over there, Dan
Hey.
Talion?
Not great, but I did have a question because we've compared notes conflicting answers for regeneration. Is it my endurance rank or is it the power rank that I regenerate?
Wow.
I did it for the power rank. I have an amazing regeneration, so I did 50.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's the example that was used for me.
Yeah, that's
All right.
fine. We'll do 50. That's fine. Or whatever your power rank is.
Yep, it's just a little bit. That's fine. Keeps me on my feet at the very least.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you can re-add that to your health.
Oh, that's it. I already did.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, that's why I asked. There's a big difference.
I'll go and clarify that before next session. Because
I mean, it's a weird balance because if you have a high power rank, then if you don't have high endurance, then what's the point? Because you're going to be healing more than your health, and if it's the other way around, then what's the point of having a high rank of regeneration? But anyway, for the moment, still on my feet, still fighting. I'm going to try to make a fighting roll to see if I can get multiple attacks, because that's just tradition at this point. Start a turn that way. Power fighting rank is incredible.
All right.
85, so that's at least 2 attacks.
That is 2 attacks. You would have needed more for 3
Red
attacks.
for 3, I think.
Red for 3. So that will get you 2 attacks.
Nice. And CDF heavy assault. I don't like this guy.
All right.
He's been punching my friend's barrier, and he's been flamethrowing my other friends, and also Minuteman. So I'm gonna punch him back.
All right.
Got against man. It's the puns, isn't it?
It doesn't help. So I'm gonna go for a punch on this guy.
All right.
Just regular straight up attack. And I'll spend some karma. I don't think I'll get lucky twice. Never mind. I did.
All right. That's a yellow result. What's your strength?
Well, with my Hellfire Fist, it's like, I think 150 damage.
Oh God!
All right. And you punch this dude. You bring your fist down on him like Like maybe
If it would kill him, I'm gonna spend karma. But yeah,
maybe you double your fists up and just bring them both down together on this dude's head, and you watch the mech suit just kind of crush, like like Popeye just popped open a can of spinach, and this thing is deactivated. You didn't.
Woo!
didn't kill the guy.
Oh,
No. We're gonna get to that.
Good, good.
You would have done enough damage to kill the guy, but since you've been using karma to not kill people,
Oh, and I'm running out, honestly.
so that's 150 points of damage to not have killed this dude. You got to spend 100 points of karma.
Are you kidding? Where did all his armor go?
You did. Well, that's the thing. He's
Yeah.
got that armor. This is after the armor, or this is after
Oh
you
my
subtract
God.
for the armor.
Oh,
You punched too hard.
Hang on, 100. Hang on. No, wait. I think I did that math wrong. 150, 110, 60. It'll cost you 60 points to not kill this guy.
that's a little better. That's still kind of high. I'm running low. The last guys better not have. They better be pretty healthy when I knock them out, because otherwise they're just dead. But I'll be out of karma anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
All right. So, what do you want to do with your second attack?
The CDF guys, they've been peppering me. They're not very nice.
They aren't.
So I'll move over here, and I have a fire attack. I don't have to punch them, because punching them will probably just remove their torso if I punch them. If I roll a yellow anyway.
Yeah, you roll good enough. You're gonna just pulverize.
Can I just let my Hellfire Fists expire first off?
I mean, you could just turn it off if you want.
Yeah, let's just turn that off for now.
Okay.
It's done its part. We've punched the tanks. Let's just enough of that. He'll sort of shake his fist, put it out.
All right.
Okay. With that out of the way, which of these CDF guys is looking the most healthy, actually?
The most healthy would be this
Yeah.
one. This one in the student in the back.
Okay. But they're all looking a little chipped, right? They've all taken some chip damage.
This guy does not appear to have taken damage.
Oh, let's fix that.
Goodness.
I'm going to Falcon Punch this guy. And I'm not going to spend karma because I don't have it to spend anymore. Well, yep.
That's a
Another-
yellow. So,
So this is only
dang.
100 damage.
So after you account for his body armor, he's in rough shape. You come over and crush this dude down to the street. You feel metal give towards his chest. You hear maybe what sounds like a cracked sternum underneath that breastplate.
You'll say, that sounds serious. You should get that looked at.
Or perhaps it was the cracking of ribs.
Could be.
All right, is that end your turn?
Yeah, he'll look to the other troopers and say, you can continue at your own peril. Surrender now, and you will not be harmed further.
All right, next up, we're at the top of round 6. All right, what do you want to
And
have temperance?
She is currently stunned.
Mm-hmm. She was
So
stunned for
does
one
that mean
round. So she
Right.
is she's back up.
This is the one, I guess.
Yeah, she would. Or no, yeah, that's right. She's stunned for one round, so this is the turn that she misses.
This is the one.
Yeah, she's
She's going to sit out
Yeah.
for a minute.
All right, so she lays
Yeah.
down on the street, tries to recuperate.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, you've got these guys, the CDF assault dudes, run the F away.
Thank goodness. Okay.
I shoot them as they're flick. No.
I was just thinking, like, I gotta go watch Chronicle again to get some ideas. That ending. Beer
They didn't even bring their dudes with them. They just pieced out. Wow.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
There you go.
Some soldiers
All
they
right.
are. Jeez.
Okay.
All right. So
that was
they
fun.
have. Whoa! Hang on.
Oh, no.
I
Okay.
gotta see if we have it. Oh no, we don't have anything left that can fight you guys. All right, we
Okay.
are out.
Hooray.
We are out of combat.
All right. Lazarus is gonna just make sure that Temperance is okay and see if he can just hold her still or whatever for scripture to do her healing stuff.
So, by the way, are the tanks? Is that dampening field still active even though they are disabled?
So the tanks aren't disabled. They've had their main weapons, their devastating cannon weapons, disassembled, destroyed.
So are they like floating away now?
Yeah, they would beat a hasty retreat. Plus, they've been exposed open, and they limp out at half speed. But yeah, they're taking off.
I will allow it.
All right. The flaming wreck down here that just remains.
Got it. So scripture, you're gonna take care of Temperance.
Yes, I will take care of her, and I'll
Okay.
start to heal her.
So is there still a dude in this suit?
There
Yeah.
are 2 living soldiers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both CDF guys are still alive, and I have the negative. I have the receipt for like 200 karma to prove it.
There you go. You got the receipts. Well, then I think I'll leave conversing with these soldiers to you guys. Just need to take a moment to think.
I think we should all discuss your actions here, Lazarus.
Yeah.
That
He's
was
gonna
a lot.
Yes. What was that?
He's gonna take a quick glance back. Do we still got the camera crew at a distance?
Yeah, the camera crew is behind a cordon, like a road barrier, off in this direction. But they can see you from behind the
okay, good.
cordon.
All right, they're not like they don't have the directional mics, the big satellite things to hear us. He'll
No.
make sure he's facing away from them, his eyes kind of focusing on the bonfire going on, and he'll look back to them and he'll say, "That was war. It's very obvious that this is a war that they are inflicting upon us. You don't throw tanks and helicopters." And he's gonna yank off the white coat that's probably burnt and scorched from flamethrowers and flamethrowers at protesters, at civilians. You do that against an enemy, an army.
How they choose to react to our resistance is on them, but how you chose to act today, that is on you.
It is. I will tell you all that that was an informed decision. If that flamethrower went off again, I'm not sure if I'd be here or if any of you would be here. And those missiles, the machine gun below, I don't know if we would have been able to defend against it. I value your lives, any single one of you, more than any of them. He'll gesture to the wreckage.
Do you believe you're ready for this kind of war, Doctor? I've seen it in hell many times over. Endless chaos, unbridled destruction, without restraint, constantly until both sides are gone. Is this the image you want to encourage? Is this the future you see for yourselves and omni-humans?
I hate to say it, but I think that future's already here, already being inflicted upon us. Restraint, I don't think is in the dictionary of the U.S. military. I'm not happy about their deaths, but I don't feel bad about them. This right now, this is a fight of us versus them. And I will always choose us every time.
I see.
I understand, and Doctor, that you were acting in all regards. You were acting in self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, I mean, that could be you. So you can't. So, in some regard, it's justified.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, shouldn't we be holding ourselves? Considering the abilities that we have, shouldn't we not be holding ourselves to a higher standard? And before you say, I know you understand you're talking about this is war, I've been in one. And I know what it's like when you have neighbor against neighbor, because fighting against each other. I've seen people. I mean, I've been in places where we were starving in the freezing cold, and having people's arms and legs being blown off by buckshot or cannon. So I totally understand what you understand, and I understand the tempers can flare high, but at the same time, these are still. I mean, I know you understand that you have this notion of basically omni-humans are going to be somehow different than humans, but aren't we all? But at the same time, just because of our abilities do not necessarily, even just because our abilities make us, stronger, faster, and what have you, and maybe in some cases smarter, doesn't necessarily mean we are somehow above them. And I'm afraid that's where you're kind of dangerously getting yourself. You're heading towards here. You're heading towards. So while I understand that we do have to protect ourselves and everything, I'm hoping that this is not, we are not becoming the very things that we are becoming, that we are sworn to protect people again from.
Lazarus, fear only festers more fear. We should be doing better. That's what we wanted to do. To be better.
Lazarus was kind of indignant to Minuteman's words, but scripture kind of hits him a little different.
And then off to the side is Yoda. And Yoda looks up at you, Lazarus, and he gives you the whole, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering, all that stuff.
Suffering leads to some very bad sequels being made.
Yes.
Could you help me get these men out of these suits so I can heal them?
Very well. And I'll start peeling these guys out of their cans.
Healed already, right?
Yeah, she's just in a little shock. Let her sit for a minute. She'll be fine.
Okay.
So, D'Antalion, as you're tearing the cans, the tin cans off these dudes, they don't actually look hurt. They look fine. They look terrified. But they don't appear to be injured.
He will tell them, go.
And so, yeah, like this guy, the first guy you tore out, he's like, you don't have to tell me twice. He's gone.
Yep.
Anyone need
runs
healing?
down the street.
That's all I need to know. Is any of y'all need healing of any kind? I'm here to help.
I might need some.
I'll help you.
But
with
I want to
that
try
in a
to.
moment, Minuteman.
And so
I want to find out something about this gentleman here for a second.
All right. So yeah, D'Antalion, you peel this dude at his seat. He's
Yeah, I'll start with this helmet just so he can talk to us.
All right. So you pop this guy's helmet off, and again, he doesn't look injured. He just looks like he's had the shit scared out of him.
And Minuteman's like, my apologies, good sir, but I need to do something for one moment. It won't hurt. And he's going to take Minuteman's going to take his hand, rest it on his head, and I'm going to pull a power stunt.
Okay.
Where I'm going to see if I can kind of read kind of get an idea what this guy what they were doing in the past, like what he was doing in the past, like before they arrived, so they can kind of get an idea, like maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, basically, getting like basically
temporal psychometry.
So
yeah, exactly. But I'll just call it I gotta give it a nice.
Well, hang on. I'm gonna rule that you cannot do this.
Oh, okay.
You can pick
Never
future
mind.
or past. You can't see both.
No. It's only because your powers are they work on like a quantum physics level, and this is like telepathy. You don't have.
Never mind.
You don't have that in your wheelhouse.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was okay. In that case, it's like, okay, so he's like, and he's about to do that. He was like, he doesn't do that then. So scratch that. Okay, but then he says,
Oh, you go first, man.
Okay. So, my kindly gentlemen, what exactly? Just out of curiosity, exactly. So, how many? So, how much? How many more? How much more can we expect from you folks? Um, After this, was there a backup plan of any kind?
He stares up at you. Give me a. What's your popularity, Minuteman?
My popularity right now is remarkable.
That's pretty good.
Roll.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you a 1-column shift on the universal table. Roll incredible.
Mhm.
Roll incredible.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
There we
hey.
go.
All right,
See, I
yellow
like that.
result. He looks up at you and he says, "This was just to see if you were going to come quietly or not. We were supposed to take you into custody. The president was hoping that was the case. Past that, we were to enter into a defensive action against you and let the analysts determine how we needed to improve our technology in order to actually pacify you."
Hmm. And I take it these analysts have already studied us during this unfortunate encounter. Yes.
I think their weapons are proof enough of that.
Hmm.
Yes,
Well, I've read.
they will learn from this encounter, and then the next time you face the civilian defense force, they will be more formidable.
Well, I'm sorry that my good sir that we had this unfortunate event happen to take place, and I do deeply regret I deeply regret that I could not save your comrades in your flying chariot. And he gestures over there.
It
Yeah,
means
I wish
helicopter.
and he
I wish I
nods.
could
Yeah,
do something. I wish I could do something like I did for the others, but unfortunately, unfortunately, don't have that capability as of yet. But we are not barbarians. At least we don't. At least try not to be. You can go ahead. He says, "I think you can go ahead and go."
Hold on.
And he says,
I simply wish to pass this message to General McMasters. We do not wish for an all-out conflict, but we also don't wish to give up our freedom. That we can still end this before it escalates. We're still willing to compromise.
and
Go.
a speaker, the same speaker that General McMasters was, speaking through earlier, when she was addressing you through their armor out on the street. She said, "Oh, it's way past that now. You've chosen your side." And
Force people's hands, ma'am. But again, we don't want this violence. We don't want to fight. We would like our freedoms.
Then you should have stood down. Now we will capture you. You'll have a chance to contemplate that in prison.
Do you truly wish this kind of war on your own land? I wouldn't. It only gets worse from here, General. Do you truly believe you're fighting for what's right? Or do you even care?
I'm following the orders of the President of the United States.
Corrupt.
Do you know how many sinners I've tortured in hell who told me they were just following orders? More than I care to count.
Are you just like the Germans during World War II? Because that's what their defense was at the Geneva Conventions, ma'am. We're going to heal your people and we'll send them back because we don't want any prisoners. And we want to show that we don't want violence. But your people weren't being defensive. They were straight up attacking us as well.
You murdered 3 of our people today.
You attacked us with weapons of war. We acted in self-defense. While our actions were extreme, they are justified.
We took aggressive action against you because you resisted arrest.
For a law that is unjust.
Well,
And you didn't just offensive actions, ma'am. You used deadly force against civilians. With no
You trust your
military
law to
training.
determine what is right and wrong? Many atrocities have been committed across time that were perfectly legal.
all you had to do was register yourself and be a part of the President's Act, which was
Ma'am,
signed into law. And
ma'am, do you really think as an American citizen I want to give up my rights?
And if it wasn't a big deal, you wouldn't be here now.
Do you want to sign your name on a piece of paper that everyone online can see, where they can find your families and murder them because they're mad at you? Because that's what you're trying to do.
It begins with identifying the others. Then more and more measures are taken until extermination is the final solution. Hardly original.
There's not any reply to the speaker. She's just like, she's content with just letting you guys, just ramble.
Yep. Well, we tried. You can go, he'll say to the soldier who's in the suit.
Healing before you go? I don't want you to be hurt.
And he says, "No, I'm fine. Really, it's almost like I had a giant armored suit on the whole time."
Perfect. We don't want anyone to get hurt. We feel awful about the ones that have, and I'm so sorry.
Please just don't throw me into a helicopter.
I will not. I will
right.
not throw you in a helicopter. I can't really do that. You have a great day now.
Yes, you too. And he makes his way out of the armor, what's left of it, and he heads off.
And then I'll
We're keeping
heal
this, by the way.
Minuteman.
I was impressed. I think that was the most embarrassing you two have ever heard my entire life. Anyways.
All right.
Before the camera crews run all over here, I will say, I will aim to minimize the number of incidents going forward.
You need to apologize too.
I don't know if apologizing is the right step, but
apologizing to at least saying that you feel awful for their deaths and you feel saddened that it happened.
Think about it.
I think you should consider what you want to say carefully and consider the movement or the direction of your omni-human movement in your place in it.
You seem to be the leader at this point.
Yeah.
I warn you, Doctor, if you continue to go in a more violent route, you will do so without me. Even I have my limits.
I'll follow Dantalion.
Killing people is just a step too far for the demon from hell.
I know, right?
Right? Yeah.
It's just it's a line he won't cross.
The person who would know morality the most would be the demon.
Right.
So.
Oh, it's like the commercial says. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Very fair. All right, I will do my damnedest to not cause any more deaths. Maybe terrible back injuries. That's probably better. What do you think?
He would have lived. I maintained my actions were, while extreme, he would have lived.
I wonder if I can telekinetically separate the lumbar spine.
Listen, I can fix those. That's all that matters.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's.
I think we should prepare to move we should prepare. Likely they will come at us again. We should probably not be here when they do.
I'm gonna go check in on the other teams. Make sure they're doing okay.
So, Lazarus, as you say that, you are getting a phone call from. You look down on your phone. It's from Dr. Droid.
Oh, perfect. Talk to me.
So you see his face come up on the screen, and he said, "You're going to want to see this."
I'll turn my phone sideways to watch.
And it's a live newscast. It's Channel 7 Action News, and they're showing the they're showing the fight that's going down in New York and Chicago. Because remember, you guys were all, going to take a stand and not sign this and defend yourselves in whatever way that you can. And on the news, they're showing the team Vigilance from New York and the oh God, what was the other super team? The one from Chicago.
Oh.
They were the I
Were
think
the
they were
Sentinels?
no, they were the Sentries.
Sentry.
Okay.
And you see them fighting as well. And the news explained that there have been casualties on both sides.
Oh.
And that one of the heroes that died was one of the Vigilance team in New York, and her name was Dynamo. She used electrical based powers, and she's a confirmed casualty.
Oh.
And also, they break in or break away from their coverage of those two fights to say that they have footage that has been turned over to them now from the Civilian Defense Force, and it looks like it was a camera that was mounted on the armor of those heavy assault troops, and it is Lazarus's speech after he threw the helicopter, or after he threw the one into the helicopter, and he's out there talking about omni-humans, or talking about omnis and humans and war and all that other stuff that like when he freaked out and went into Magneto mode last session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they play that clip. And
At
then,
least they got your good side.
and then Dr. Droid comes back and says, Lazarus, you may want to talk to Allison Horowitz, the reporter that you have spoken with several times already, to give your side of this. This does look bad.
I'll go talk with her. I think I can. I'm sure I can find her pretty quick. I say, looking up and looking at her.
Yeah, they're still over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over.
That's why the Channel 7 Action News didn't have like footage of your fight, because Jimmy Doug is still filming. Over there behind the cordon. So,
All right.
yeah,
Let's give him a hand and get him to the station. Pull a limo or something. We'll give him the express drive back. I'm gonna go talk to Allison.
all right.
Yeah, I got it. I got this.
We will deal with what happens next time.
Okay.
So I can go and get some sleep.
That's fair.
Same here.
Yeah.
We got a flight tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah. So, just out of curiosity, what was in terms of karma going back and forth on this whole fight here? Basically, what we got going on.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm probably going to be net negative on this one unless we get like 400 karma for this.
I think you'll be fine. Wait, you guys don't get the karma from me.
Well, I don't think it works that way, unfortunately.
It probably works that way.
So, for taking on or for surviving this fight, that's going to be 200 points of karma.
Boy.
There we go.
For Lazarus murdering people, for lack of a better term, Lazarus lost all of his karma, but the rest of you lose 50 points.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Okay.
So we're at 150 points right now.
Okay.
Except you. You got nothing.
Do I get nothing? I got a loss, but I don't gain any more.
No. You still gain some. You were just you dropped to 0 when you kill people.
I only lost like 550.
Yeah.
To be fair, I probably spent about that much.
So,
Right.
Minuteman, you get you yourself get plus 50. Excuse me. For using your powers to save the lives of the 4 people inside that prototype after Temperance had killed them.
Right.
And yeah, that's going to be it. Oh
Wow.
no,
Okay.
Lazarus, you lose an additional 25 for the
speech.
for the speech.
Uh,
Now, as
if
far
only there was villain karma.
as popularity goes,
Mm-hmm.
after this fight, I'm gonna look at you guys individually. Temperance was at a good. She is going to go up to an excellent.
Nice.
Oh.
She's probably the most popular one among us.
Lazarus was at incredible popularity. Lazarus, you drop down to remarkable.
Still more popular than Italian.
Minuteman, you go from remarkable to incredible
Mm-hmm.
popularity.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
And then Scripture, you go up from an excellent to a remarkable. And Dantalion, you go up from a typical to a good.
Nice. Good to know that pulling all my punches and spending all my karma was worth 10 popularity. I'll be honest, pound for pound, it's probably more karma efficient to just kill everyone.
But hey,
Let's see.
at this point, but now you can, start selling merchandise and such. You got a fan club.
Yeah,
Merchandising.
You got a fan club. If I know,
Merchandising.
culture.
I see a lot more death metal album covers ahead in your future. Maybe even some video appearances for what was that group's name? Blood Baby.
Please start
Blood
live
Baby.
streaming.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? Maybe Dantalian's a country music fan. The country music demon.
All
You know
right.
what? I could see it. I could see it.
Nothing's more evil than country music. This is known.
It's evil, all right.
Oh, yes.
What?
Yeah.
So overall net, that's 150 points for each of you, plus 50 for Minuteman and minus 25 for Lazarus and his Magneto speech.
To be fair, it was a good speech at the time.
It was, yes.
We all have those moments where we just want to throw a guy into a helicopter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it had to have looked pretty boss.
It looked.
Yeah.
You know.
The
That
problem
is-
was it was like villain boss night.
This superhero game, net positive because of that. Whatever it is, I got to do that.
Yeah.
You fought a helicopter, man. You did it.
I did it. I'm happy.
You did it your way.
Last minute pack.
And my
Yeah, we gotta get
and
going.
my reserve superhero will have to wait for another day since this
Another
man
day.
is still here.
Oh,
All
right.
so next session is the last.
Next, well, we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how it
Yeah.
goes.
We'll see how it goes
Maybe
next time.
We'll just die.
Let's see if our New World Order. I mean, I guess we got to start underground, don't we? We can't just take the capital.
Well,
right
literally
off
in
the
this
bat.
case, yeah, we might as well just go ahead and we definitely need a new base of operations because I doubt
Yeah, we can't just
I
stay
doubt
here.
we're gonna be stay here.
They're just gonna keep sending
Yeah.
laser tanks. It's gonna be really annoying.
A gentle
Yeah.
reminder, yada yada. After this campaign is over, we do the one shot in Terrasphinia.
Yep.
Oh, I still need to get my character ready for all that.
Yeah. You gotta do all that stuff.
I still gotta do it.
I listed out basically. You just need to be invited and going to a funeral in Terrasphinia.
Okay. And what just out of curiosity, like, how do we do? Are we doing standard array for ability scores and all that great stuff, or how do we do?
You wrote it was point by, right?
I think
Oh, point by. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, because I already made a character. I was ready.
Alright, perfect.
Okay.
I made art for them as well.
Love it.
Okay. I just got to go in at some point and just kind of adjust for it and everything like this for the guy I came up
Point
with.
by is
So,
kind of brutal.
alright.
You really have to consider. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
sounds good.
Yeah, I'm looking
Okay.
forward to that.
All right.
Bye.
So we'll see y'all next week.
Happy Halloween,
Yep.
everyone.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Good
Yep.
night, chat. Everybody who stopped by, and we hope you all have a great Halloween. Stay safe. We will see y'all next week. Good night.
Keep it spooky.
All right.